Oh, Mondo, why do you have to make me choose between my children? Hey guys, Jay! Welcome back to the channel. Mondo! Why do you keep doing this to us? Why? Oh my gosh. Yesterday, Evil-Lyn went up for pre-order on MondoShop.com for a full 10 days, and that was absolutely thrilling, as I was worried that it would be one of those things where we would have to scramble to try and get her. But luckily, it is a timed edition and up for at least 10 days. Don't sleep on that one, guys. That one is going to be really, really tight. If you miss out on Evil-Lyn, you're going to be kicking yourself. And today, Mondo literally dropped a bombshell on us. We knew this was coming. But it really is one of those things where I have to say, why, Mondo? Why are you making me choose between my children? Luckily, it's not that bad as we found out today. I am so happy to announce that the real Ghostbusters, Boogeyman, and Egon Spengler has finally been announced on MondoShop.com, and it will be up for pre-order tomorrow. And I want to take a look at all the details and photos that were available on MondoShop.com. I must have this figure because it reminds me so much of my childhood. And this one literally gave me nightmares. And I don't want to have those if I miss out on this. Let's take a deep dive into this, guys, and see exactly what the details are for the Boogeyman and Egon Spengler, announced on Modoshop.com. Let's have a look. Hot on the heels of the announcement of Evil-Lyn for the Master Universe Mondo 1/6 scale action figures, today we got something. We sort of knew this was coming, but I have to say, I was worried about this. I really was worried. It's actually been a lot better than I was expecting, and I wanted to talk about this because on Mondo News over at Instagram, they have finally announced the details for the Boogeyman and Egon Spengler. Oh my gosh, guys, this is it. I've been waiting so long for this because honestly, this guy, as a kid, freaked me out. I had nightmares after watching this episode. Seriously, it was absolutely freaky. Let's head over to mondoshop.com and take a look at some of the details that are happening and have been announced on their blog. Heading all the way down to the bottom of the page, you can actually find the link to the blog, The Real Ghostbusters, Egon and Boogeyman, 1/12 scale on sale info. This is amazing, guys. As you know, this is actually 6.5-inch figures, and this is going to be absolutely thrilling. Let's have a look at this. There it is, everybody. There is Egon Spengler and the Boogeyman. Posted on February 12th, 2025. This is going to be nuts. Moving down further, we're just going to take a look at some of the pricing information. This is going to be available for pre-order on Thursday, February 13th at noon Central Time, only on Modoshop.com. The collection pack is a time edition that is available to pre-order through Thursday, March 13th. That's a full 4 weeks, everybody. Starting tomorrow at noon Central Time, Thursday, February 13th, all the way through Thursday, March 13th. That is absolutely insane. Stay tuned for more collector's packs featuring the real Ghostbusters and Goblins coming soon. Alright guys, without further ado, let's take a deeper dive and see exactly what was showcased at mondoshop.com. Let's have a look. This is literally a story told in photos. It's like the photography team over at Mondo has literally taken scenes from certain episodes and put them into toy photography. This is amazing. Here we have Egon chasing after the blue intro ghost. If you guys remember from the intro, this ghost is actually literally in the front of the pack, scaring the Ghostbusters, or at least trying to scare the Ghostbusters, with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in front. Egon is not deterred. He's pretty much ready to bust this ghost. The next picture is just him charging right at Egon, but the blue ghost definitely looks like he jumped right out of the cartoon screen. Egon literally is just looking at us like, what are you doing? With that blank Egon stare, I love it. Seriously, the sculpting is just top notch on these characters. I am hugely impressed by what Mondo is doing here. And there he is, the aftermath of the battle, if you will. Egon is just standing there, bewildered. He's like, that was easy. Holding the ghost trap, and pretty much a job well done. There you go, Egon. Congratulations. But the problem here is something nefarious is still in this room. As a matter of fact, while Egon and Peter are putting away their equipment, something else seems to be looming in the background. That's right, guys. Someone is creeping through the household in from closet in the next room. And this is one sinister foe who knows Egon very, very well. It is the Boogeyman. And oh my gosh, guys, I gotta tell you, when I saw this figure for the very first time, I was like, oh, that is ridiculous. Seeing him at San Diego Comic-Con brought back nightmares. He literally is that toothy smile, those ruby red lips, those piercing yellow eyes, that gigantic nose, and that, oh my gosh, Elvis-like hair. I love it, guys. This is crazy. Those huge ears, and of course, the fact that his body just does not contain the evil within. This is just nuts. Here he is creeping into the children's bedroom. Oh, what a nightmare this is. This is ridiculous. And of course, Egon, realizing something's wrong, the PKE meter going off, but he doesn't realize that right behind him is in fact his mortal enemy, the reason he actually got into ghostbusting in the first place. Look at that expression there. The sculptors over at Mondo have really taken this and dialed it to 11. Bravo, guys. This is incredible. The Boogeyman is just relishing in this moment, realizing that Egon has not yet detected his actual presence. He's literally cackling away, and look at that toothy grin. Oh my gosh, the teeth are just absolutely wrecked. This guy needs a dentist. This is ridiculous. And he's got that 5 o'clock shadow. Oh my god, and look at that body. That's just devil-inducing. What is going on here? This is ridiculous. Oh my god, that face. It really is just a stuff of nightmares. I am absolutely kind of cringing right here. The way they've lit this scene, oh my god, I'm having flashbacks. I'm gonna have to change the image here. And finally, Egon turns around to see his mortal nemesis, and he's absolutely terrified. I love the lighting job here. The cast shadows on the glasses. Oh my god, huge shout out to the photographers at Mondo. The Boogeyman looks like he's just absolutely ready to devour Egon. And there's the alarm clock telling everybody to wake up. This is just crazy. I love the bed in the background, the little kid's bedroom. Oh my goodness, that was just ridiculous. Look at the Boogeyman just standing there in full scare mode. This guy is absolutely terrifying. Gaping hole in the back of his throat, which of course is a void to nowhere. But what is his true intentions? He just feeds on fear. And Egon is absolutely petrified, dropping to the floor and has no idea what's coming next. This new head sculpt for the Boogeyman is ridiculous. It looks like it's twice the size of the original head sculpt. The nose looks longer, the hair looks absolutely frazzled. It's ridiculous. You can even see hair coming out of his ears. Wasting no time, Egon gets up off of the floor with Peter and they blast the Boogeyman. If you watch the episode, we already know that actually has very little effect on the Boogeyman. But they're gonna try it anyway. I love the environment that the toy photographers at Mondo have put this in. Look at that wonderful wallpaper, the light coming in from the other room, highlighted by the fact that the proton stream is literally hitting the Boogeyman and having absolutely no effect. This is just ridiculous. Egon's expression is amazing. Peter's expression is just, why won't he die? This is so great. And of course, the ghost trap right in center, ready to capture something, but they're not going to have the chance. So they're going to have to resort to the ghost bomb. The ghost bomb, of course, is an experimental item, which in the show is actually used to trap the Boogeyman in his own dimension. And Egon throws it right at him in this scene. This is just so wonderful. I love the depth of field. I love the focus right on the bomb itself. Oh my god, this is just next level stuff. Egon actually comes with a version of another ghost being sucked into the trap. Now, I'd like to think that this is actually the Boogeyman without his hair. I think it looks really, really neat. So cool to actually see this in real life. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Bravo to all the sculptors at Mondo. This is absolutely bonkers. Here we see another angle where Egon is actually pulling the ghost into the trap. 1/6 scale from Mondo has literally brought this to a whole nother level. There is the entire set of Ghostbusters for Wave 1. Don't they look absolutely incredible and terrifying at the same time? Holy crap. I love the lighting. It's giving us that atmosphere of the real Ghostbusters. They absolutely look like they have jumped out of the cartoon screen. Sam Hain, Peter, Slimer, the Blue Ghost, Egon, and of course, the Boogeyman. In freaking sane. What can we say about these sculpts, guys? I mean, Egon looks like his cartoon equivalent. I love the glasses. I love the hair. The overall sculpt is just the next level. And I can't believe that this is actually 1/12 scale, 6.5 inches. If this continues with the Master Universe 2000X line, I am literally going to lose my mind because this is top notch. The colors, the sculpt, the attitude, the articulation as well. I am really loving the way these guys look. I mean, they're not going to do acrobatic types of things, but they look freaking amazing. The fact that the proton pack slings over their shoulders perfectly, they honestly look like they are part of a cartoon. All of the additional accessories, including the PKE meter, just look so accurate, exactly the way I remember them from the actual cartoon itself. I love the way everything can store on the proton pack exactly the way it should be. You can wrap around the cord, which is attached to the ghost trap. And of course, once you have it deployed, the overall look and attitude of this is just so accurate to the show, it is ridiculous. I really do love Egon's expression. They really nailed it. Danny, of course, is going to be super happy with these, especially when he gets toe-to-toe with the Boogeyman himself. Look at the difference in height here. Oh my god! The Boogeyman is just top-heavy. And I was really worried about the articulation when I first saw them at San Diego Comic-Con. My concerns were absolutely unwarranted. As you can see here, they have multiple points of articulation, including an upper ab crunch. The torso, I believe, should be on a ball joint at the top, and the legs look so great, especially those multi-jointed horse legs and those hooves. Oh, this is just ridiculous. I really appreciate the fact that his coattails actually act as a pseudo tail, which would help prop him up, because as we know, he is very top heavy with that entire tuft of hair, along with that crazy sculpt for his head. And looking at it now, it really is apparent that there's a lot of articulation in the face as well. His jaw is literally opening up at the mandible, and we can see even more details on the inside here. This is the stuff of nightmares for me. When I saw this as a child, I could not sleep that night. That toothy grin, that ruby red lips, and this is actually, and I said it earlier, this is literally like the Joker became a demon and came back to haunt me in my dreams. The mandible can open about this wide, and we can even see that there is more articulation on the inner mouth, practically showcasing us the back of his throat. That is just creepy as hell. But his fully fright-featured face is one not to be missed. Look at that! The hair is everywhere. The ears have literally perked up. His eyes have gone so small, and the nose just looks like it's grown another half inch. This is ridiculous. And in his throat, you literally can see the back gaping hole, which leads down to his stomach, and that is someplace you don't want to be. As a matter of fact, it looks like they even added drool to the tongue. Oh my god, this is next level stuff, everybody. That nose, I swear to god, it's grown another half an inch. This is just a masterpiece of sculpture, and the team over at Mondo should be absolutely proud of this. I love the devil horns that he's using right there. It's ridiculous. This guy truly is a rock and rolling Beethoven, it's basically what he is. He actually has a conductor's coat, and he's not afraid to use it. Look at the detail in that hair, all of the highlights, and the wonderful wash that's been put on. This is just next level stuff, everybody. The Boogeyman is here to haunt our dreams, and Egon Spengler is here to take him down. Egon stands at 6.5 inches tall, 1/12 scale for the real Ghostbusters. These guys are going to be absolutely sought after by any Ghostbuster fan. The Boogeyman stands at a whopping 8.5 inches tall, and he is literally a force to be reckoned with. Bravo to the team over at Mondo. This is incredible. It's my understanding the two versions will be available during the pre-order for tomorrow at noon Central Time. The standard edition comes with everything that you see here. It comes with the Ghost Bomb, the PKE meter, the proton pack, the proton stream, the two gloves for handling the ghost trap, the ghost being sucked into the ghost trap, the trap itself, along with the closed version of the trap, and the blue ghost from the introduction screen, along with Egon himself, as well as a secondary head sculpt. One more stoic and stern, and the other one absolutely frightened at what he's seeing. The exclusive edition, which will be available only on Motoshop.com for a timed edition, includes the exclusive head sculpt for the Boogeyman with the drool, as well as all the frilled hair, and the regular head sculpt and figure of the Boogeyman as an exclusive figure. This one will be offered for $202 on Motoshop.com, and the regular edition will also be available for pre-order at $101, and it's my understanding they will also be available at retailers like Big Bad Toy Store and, of course, our friends over at EntertainmentEarth.com. Guys, the Boogeyman has come and is going to be haunting our dreams very, very soon, and Egon Spengler will be there to protect the children's dreams, as this was the main reason why he got into Ghostbusting in the first place. Mark your calendars down, everybody. The sale begins tomorrow at noon Central Time. A full 4 weeks to pick up these figures, but don't sleep on this, as those 4 weeks will blow by so quickly. And if you miss out on this one, fully expect that the Boogeyman will haunt you in your dreams to remind you that you really missed out on this version of the real Ghostbusters. Oh my gosh, guys, it's no exaggeration, it is no lie that this cartoon, this episode of the real Ghostbusters literally made me lose sleep. I remember that scene where literally you could see the light coming in from the crack on the closet door of those two little kids, and that toothy bastard, he literally, the Joker in devil form, came out of that closet just to scare the living daylights out of those two kids, and it scared the crap out of me. The way his voice was, he was so frightening, dude. It really, literally, I lost my mind. I had a hard time sleeping that night, and I'm not even sure I'll be able to go to sleep tonight. We shall see. I'm so grateful. Huge thanks to Mondo for thinking this through. I gotta tell you, I was absolutely terrified that we might have to choose between our children, Evil-Lyn or the real Ghostbusters. Luckily, thankfully, they really thought this through and announced Evil-Lyn yesterday for pre-order for 10 days, which is excellent. And then, to my relief, the real Ghostbusters, Egon Spengler, and Boogeyman are actually up for a full 4 weeks. That's right, guys. You have until March 14th to actually pick up the Boogeyman. What an absolute relief. Guys, let me know in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about the Boogeyman and Egon Spengler? Did the Boogeyman scare you as a child as much as it did me? Because I was absolutely freaked out. And I must have this figure as it reminds me so much of my childhood. Are you guys going to put down your cash for these two incredible looking 1/12th scale action figures? I made that mistake the other day. I was saying 1/16th, but it's actually 1/12th. Apologies for that. Are you guys going to be putting down your hard-earned cash for these two figures who literally look like they jumped out of the cartoon screen? Or are you more of a Ghostbusters movie fan and would rather see Mondo try and take on the move figures instead of concentrating on these real Ghostbusters figures as cartoon figures? Let me know those comments in the comment section below, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. Guys, toy news continues in 2025. It does not seem to stop at all. As a matter of fact, I did a full unboxing of the Thundercats Cat's Lair, which has been plaguing so many people in terms of the way it's been shipped by Super 7. And I was absolutely terrified, just like I was when I first saw the Boogeyman, if the Cat's Lair would actually arrive intact. So if you guys want to find out what happened in that episode, you can take a look at it right here. I will see you guys there. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Keep the Boogeyman away and pick up your very own version of Egon Spengler and the Boogeyman. Good journey. Keep proud, everybody.